Hey guys, this is Terry. Welcome back to episode 19 of the Satisfactory Let's Play. Since the last episode, I've done a little bit of work trying to get through things. And so we're going to start off with completing our computer automation that we started in the last episode, where last thing we had to do was just get this circuit board. So for the circuit boards, you see here, we need to get plastics. It was nice and easy to set up that. Because we have an overproduction of plastic, or generally more than we'll use, it's just fine to kind of put this on, put the splitters onto here. And oh my god, just actually click the right thing. And now you see, you know, with the circuit board, we need the copper sheets and we need the plastics. So it was nice and easy to get those plastics going, and then we kind of push it up there once it's done. But yeah, it's nice and easy to get the plastics going and just kind of put splitters off there. And now set all this up here, and we kind of push that forward into here. And yeah, so there you go. That's our thing. It will produce roughly about 21.5, 7.5 times 3. No, yeah, 21.5. No, 15 plus 7.5. It's a bit more. Yeah, so about 22.5, and that should be just about enough for us to kind of work with that. Here I'll kind of I pulled over our quartz crystals, and actually it'll give me a good segue to kind of talk through what the smart splitters are. So I've used smart splitters before, but in this case we'll use it in a way to kind of show how we can use smart splitters to make an overflow system. So I'll first get to the right spot. All right, first let's get in front of here so we get a nice little thing. Let's get a line up nicely. Nope, not like that. Come back. Yep, there you go. And so we'll hook this up there. And then here you go center, and we can put center as anything, so it kind of looks this way. Got left output, center output, and right output. So here we got the center output going to be our normal output of the crystals, and so come through here, or go through, and you don't have to use all three outputs, but in this case we will use the output, we'll use the other outputs on here to set up an overflow. So you got this center output, got the left, and got the right. So in this case we need the right output to you know, push sort out things. So as you see here, we've got a lot of them, and we'll have an overflow. Essentially the place is already overflown, and it kind of has too much stuff there, so it may as well just kind of have this kind of give us all the a bit more coupons. See? So because we set up that system in between, we can get all that stuff from back here into here, and then we can have it produce coupons. Anyway, back to the circuit boards for our thing. We'll just write this. I wonder if we can get through here. Nope. Okay, nope. Can't do it that way. Anyway, let's climb back here, and then, you know, we'll talk about what going on with this computers. Come on. Okay, so you see here, we've got everything running pretty much cool. It makes 2.5 per minute. And wait, we don't have enough circuit boards. So yeah, we produce the computers here. It comes over here and gets stored in here. So 2.5 per minute. And we get everything here. It comes through here and goes there. And now you got here also the heavy modular frames come through here. I'm just gonna dump a little bit of my inventory because I had a bit too much on me. And this is all working fine as well. Wait a second. See, so we did all the automation for this couple episodes ago, and it's all working fine. And here we've got the back stuffing all along here. Everything's working okay. So here we set up the 4 constructors to make the 200 screws, and 200 screws go that way. There's another 200 screws that goes to the production of the modular frames, and then we kind of route everything upstairs to get all that done. Oh, wait, I didn't know you can do that. Wait. Okay, now, ow. That's annoying. But that was interesting. You can kind of look away from your ladder and you can still climb, but that was weird. That took a while for it to register that I wasn't looking the right way. Anyway, I put some glass foundations down. So, you know, that bottom floor, you see all that weird spaghetti belting. That's kind of par for the course for it, because it's kind of what you expected, and hence why, you know, we made that the spaghetti floor. But I did put down some glass foundations to have it accessible to us so we can see it if we want to. So yeah, that's everything going. Why are you not? Wait a second. What's going? So we'll go down here and start. You know, we'd have to wait for a little bit to get our computers and the heavy modular machine frames kind of going. And so I'll quickly boop, and then we'll come through this in a little bit. Okay, so now we got all our stuff going. We're all ready. Let's get our next milestone going. So this is for the extended infrastructure. And this will give us access to quite a few things.
The generator will match power generation to the increased consumption of recently acquired technologies and buildings. Additionally, improved conveyor belts and lifts can now
We'll select the next milestone while Ada speaking. Okay, so as Ada said, we kind of, if we didn't unlock Caterium before, we can now scan for Caterium, but we already know our nodes back there. We've already got it going. And so the next thing we're gonna kind of set up for is gonna be for a monorail. So I have our thing. We also have now access to Mark IV belts. So let's first go quickly fix up our petroleum coke thing, where we had a bit of an issue since our previous belts weren't really fast enough. That's not what I want to do. Anyway, so yeah, we had the issue with our belts not being fast enough to get all our resources going over. And with the Mark IV belts, we actually have now increased resource movement. I love this game. Like, you can build these, you know, gigantic bridges and everything in these big factories, and then you also have all this landscape just to look at. So pretty. The game's so pretty. But yeah, as I was saying, we're gonna go back and kind of use the Mark IV belt to actually increase the movement of our petroleum coke. So as we come here, see a truck, a tractor. We looking here, see we've got some plastics coming here. We have the petroleum coke coming in here, and we can actually get rid of this overflow system I had. It's a janky system, so we'll get rid of it all, just so that, you know, it cleans it up a little bit. And yeah, get rid of that, get rid of this. I'll get rid of these supporting pillars between episodes, that's fine, but we'll get rid of all this. We'll also rejig this back to a normal overflow system, not this reverse overflow system. So this system was a reverse overflow system. As you saw, that second conveyor belt line, essentially it was supposed to feed into a central point where we can see that because our belts were limited by the amount of items we can transfer, we had to rejig things in a way that we can kind of play around with and get our better movement. I'll get rid of that because when you put down a new splitter, old belts sometimes don't connect properly, so you may as well put down everything brand new. Just like, it doesn't matter, you will get your resources back, so it doesn't really matter about, you know, breaking down. It's only a little bit of time. But if you do this properly and you actually, you know, take time to actually put everything back together, you, one, make sure that everything's back together properly, and two, you're more aware of what's going on. So yeah, we look here, the Mark IV belts can now move 480 compared to our previous one that was moving 270. And we know that we produced 360. So, you know, it won't be saturating our belts. And last one. And now we'll upgrade all these belts so that, you know, we don't have a bottleneck here. Don't have to worry too much about upgrading the lifts, they're fine. And now we can get rid of that smart splitter there. So that smart splitter was used as our way we can kind of see the bottleneck. And we saw that there was a bottleneck purely because if you see it, the belt can only move 270. We produce 360. So as these goes up, you know, these produce and they go up, we have a bit of an overproduction. So at one point in time, the belt will overflow. So we were using that smart splitter to say, all right, if this previous belt was overflowing, just move it over to their overflow belt. Anyway, yeah, I'll take that out in between episodes, and then we'll set up the new overflow system here, but this time it will just be overflowing so that we don't have a backstuffing. So essentially we, you know, don't have a backstuffing that will stop our machines from working. So I'll put a smart splitter here. Sorry I'm just a bit sniffly right now. It's just a bad time of year, I guess. But yeah, we'll set up this same thing as we did last time with the fuse quartz. We've got the 3 outputs. In this case, we will make the right output be our coke, the petroleum coke output, and our center output to be the overflow. And now here we'll extend this out a little bit, put down our awesome sink, and come on. So yeah, we'll extend this out a little bit. We put down our awesome sink, make sure it faces the right way. The right way. Come on, Tara, you can do it. There you go. And it doesn't matter which belt. It doesn't have to be a Mark IV belt. It's just using the excess, connected up to power. And now we see that if this belt here completely backstuffs, it'll start moving stuff there as it shows. And we'll start producing our coupons. So essentially, we have this producing, we have it go through here. If this thing all completely backstuff, then we'll start having the coupons being produced. And we see, you know, 360, we produce 360, we use 25 per minute, so we can have 14 of these coal burners, and we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12. So essentially we've got, you know, two coal generators worth of petroleum coke not being used. So that 2 petroleum coke will be pushed in here. So yeah. And so, you know, we've got 12 of them. We use 25 per minute, so we use 300. Therefore, 60 petroleum coke should be coming in here constantly just to make us a little bit of coupons. Okay, so coming through here, one thing I was having a little bit weird thing happen with me with the tractors, which probably I'll look into kind of making all into one station. But there was some weird stuff happening that every now and then the rubber would have some plastic in it. So I think we can mitigate that by having one tractor, reduce the number of entities running around. Also, it will kind of help us kind of reduce the amount of belts going around our base too. And yeah, so like essentially we can push those 2 together and make sure that at our base we'll have it split. But I think we'll put that out for something else. But since we got our next upgrade, we got access to the fuel generator. And the fuel generator, it's like the coal generator, but uses a different form of fuel. In this case, it's a liquid fuel, and it is made in the refinery, and it's called fuel, and it produces. So let's see how we produce fuel. So we get our little refinery and plop it down. There you go. Nope. Fuel. And see, there you go. You got the fuel. We got the 2 fuel recipes. We'll go with this one. This one uses crude oil to produce fuel. Fuel goes into here, and that produces 150 megawatts. Wow, that's a lot of power. And yeah, so you know, that's nice and easy. We can set that up in the next episode probably. But with that, I think so we'll call it quits for today. This has been Tara. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode. Catch ya.